the second hour, we shall be talking about esports. We've got the E-League One Global Finals that will be taking place in France this weekend. We're talking about esports, gaming around, and the person who qualified to represent the country is Eric Ngige. He's got a nickname that he's going to come and tell us about, because Gigi gamers, I'm sorry about your nicknames. Some of them are very scary. But before that, last month, Kenya won 2 world championships. We're talking about the RollBall World Cup, and the trophies are here in studio. Unlike the FIFA trophy, which is can only be touched by the FIFA president, heads of state, people who have won the World Cup, and intrusion from Salt Bay, these ones have been won. And for the women, it is the 3rd time that they're winning the trophy. Remember that the first time they won it was in 2015. In 2019, they won a 2nd world championship, and they retained it in Pune, India, and they did so in style. For the men, they've won bronze, they've won silver, and they played in the final. And the team that always seems to beat them, India, they lost to them. So we are also going to be speaking to 2 men, Tyson Oyogo and Kevin Minor. They're going to be joining us. But first, it's the ladies. Congratulations, world champions. You can proudly display your world championship medals. You are world champions. And on my immediate left, we have got Shamim Modon. Shamim, welcome and congratulations. And there on my far left, we have got Emily Amimo. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Emily, first of all, getting to win that world championship in Pune, India, what was it for you?
It was a deal breaker because we are going to defend it for the first time. So we are making history by defending the title. Yes.
So just tell us about, the build up to the the RollBall World Cup.
As always, it's a tough journey from the start, from the selection, the training part, to the last part where you have to travel. It's been a struggle, but we keep up the faith. And as always, our main aim is to win.
Okay.
And we won.
We will be coming to you because you'll be, telling us about, that training part, because you played a key role, because together with Shamim as the goalkeeper. Shamim, becoming a world champion, was it ever in your dreams at one point?
No, it hadn't been. I never imagined that I would become a world champion in the World Cup. It wasn't easy, but I'm happy that I'm a winner.
All right. Yeah. Just tell us, your journey getting into the sport of RollBall.
Yeah. Joining the university, I never knew that there was a game that was called RollBall, but when I arrived there, I met a game.
University?
I study at St. Paul's University. Yeah, I'm a 3rd year student right now. When I went there, I found people skating, and inwards I found there are people who are playing a game called RollBall, and then I decided to join the game, and I decided to become the goalkeeper, and yeah, here I am.
Okay. Now, having starting to play, to choose, being a goalkeeper, and it's a very critical position. Had you played any other sport?
Yeah. In high school, I played basketball, and that was what was in my mind when I was going to campus. I knew I would play basketball, but when I went there, I found another more interesting game, and that was RollBall. Yeah.
Well, basically, RollBall, if you are to simply define it, it's handball on roller skates. And Emily,
yes,
you were picking up this sport. How? Because it's a sport that's been in the country, say, for the last about 12, 13 years.
Yeah. For me, I used to play football, but getting to JKUAT, because I studied in JKUAT, there was more of competition in football, so I felt left outside. And when I was introduced to RollBall, I felt,
What kind of competition are you talking?
I mean, like getting to join a team, the team in JKUAT was another thing. Because you'll join, but unaka bench. So I thought, hakuna haja, let me just go and try something else. Then I came across RollBall.
Which position were you playing in football?
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So it naturally came to you.
Yeah.
So throughout this, when you picked up the sport, what were the first things you realized that were different for you?
For me, while joining RollBall, I never thought of competition or something. I just went there to have fun. Then I came across having some small token while still in school. Then I said, why not? If it's making money, let me go and join them. But unfortunately, I came to the national team, and wow, it's here. So, yeah.
Now, you mentioned one. It's all about training, and this is a sport where you've got to balance on the skates, have some quick motion.
Yeah.
What was your way of getting introduced to this sport?
Unfortunately, my way into RollBall was so funny. I had only trained for 3 days. Then one of my friends called me and told me, nimeumia, can you come check on me? Nikifika hapo, I'm getting kuna competitions inaendelea. Then I'm like, where is Eunice? Then I'm told, no, you're supposed to play for us. We told you you're skating. I told them, no, I'm only 3 days old in skating. And I was told, no, you just go and stand. Don't do anything, just stand. Ile utashika shika, ile uwezi wachana nayo. And I decided, let me just try it out. Yes. So
walikuchezea rafu?
Walinicheza vibaya.
So, I mean, after your first game, what was the whole change and, getting now called up to the process of getting called up to the national team?
I would like to say thank you to one person. She's called Sally Ndegwa. After the first game, I gave up. I told her, no, I just want to skate. I just want to move forward and backwards. That's enough for me. But she kept on persisting. Just come and try. Just come and try. And eventually I said, Jusina kitu ya kufanya, let me just go and play. For the call-up, at first, you're just there. You're saying, maybe ni uongo, maybe si ukweli. But after the first game, I can remember tulienda Uganda. And seeing
when was that?
That was in 2019, I think in April.
Yes.
On seeing that, my parents are proud. I kept on saying, if they feel they're okay with me playing this, then I'm also okay. Let me just continue. Yeah.
What was your experience traveling for the first time in national team colors?
Wow. It's something I've always dreamed of. And especially while I was playing for Maisa. I think you know Maisa.
Yes.
Football I used to play. And it was very hard for guys to travel. Now, when I got the chance to travel...
At East Africa Cup, hukuenda?
Sikuenda.
Ay, okay.
Ilikuwa tu local championship ndo nilikuwa acheza, but when I got the first call up, I just felt so happy, and I said I'm going to maintain that, whatever it takes. Yeah, juu si rahisi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sawa. Shamim.
Yeah.
Getting to skate and learning how to hold your balance and also dive around, because your role as a goalkeeper. Interesting enough, our guests all today are all goalkeepers. Just tell us about how you grew into the game and the things that people must know.
Okay, nilianza na kucheza ndani, but along the way I saw that it's so hard and there was a lot of competition kucheza ndani. So I decided, why try not goalkeeper? So the first time when tukienda kucheza Jomo Kenyatta University, nikaumia kidole. So like nikasema, no, I can't play this game. So I grew fear in me and I went for 2 semesters. I never played the game, but then I sat and decided to talk to myself and nikasema wachani nirudi game, and I went back to that position, the goalkeeper. I have a personal trainer, the one who trains me. He's pia yeye ni goalkeeper pia, and he's here. He was coaching me, he was giving me side lessons. Alikuwa ananifunza hivyo kushika keeper, and yeah.
Now, basically, if you talking about goalkeeping, first of all, there's one piece we could say here. You must have your guard. Yes, handball goalkeeper, RollBall goalkeeper. You must be brave enough. Just tell us the side lessons that he was giving you so that you could get the right skills.
For one, you have to be physically fit. Kuwa goalkeeper pia, unafaa kuwa na balance ya skates pia, because standing hapo kwa post, you'll have to move because you're the last defender hapo kwa post. Yeah, and hapo you'll have to wear the guards, the helmet, because your ball ikipita the defense, you are the last defender. So like alikuwa ananifunza mikono, miguu, how to stretch. Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about building up to this year's World Cup, the defense of the title that Kenya won in 2019. Emily, I'll start with you. The local scene, how you get competitive, and eventually the training and what Coach Abunde does, eventually when he selects your team.
Yeah. So I think we have various criteria that they look at. First, you have to appear for the National League. Secondly, you have to prove yourself that you can play and maintain that position. And I think there are many aspects which coach ndo anaeleza sana. Me as a player, I think my part ni kucheza na kujua chenye nafanya at my best. Yeah.
Sasa lazima mkuwe na wenzenu.
Yes.
Just tell us about, you know, what you see is what you have seen from the criteria. Eventually, you observe this at the league level.
Yeah, me as a goalkeeper, I think when I look at my team or the team before the selection, what they look at is, are you able to defend? Are you able to attack? Are you able to play in a team setup, or are you just selfish? But you have to be a team for you to perform. So those are the main things that they look at.
Let me come to you, Shamim. I won't get into the crazy part where you almost didn't travel, but you eventually made it there. One day into the competition, adjusting to that, how was it like for you? Because I mean, you had to play 3 games in a day.
Yeah. Okay, it wasn't easy because this was my first time. The other time I was selected, but at the final time sikuchaguliwa, so this was my first time, and I traveled into the World Cup. Okay, it was a little bit hard because this was my first time going to World Cup, traveling outside, so I had to learn from. She used to talk to me, she gives me some, and anambia, when you stand there, don't fear, because atakama those are white people, just play your part, because you are playing for Kenya in the world, so everyone is watching you. Yeah.
Just take us through, Nepal, 8-1 winners. You played against France, won 10-0. Just tell us about that.
Nepal, that team, they were doggo, but when they started playing that game, I didn't believe it was them. Those people they wanna kimbia na skates, everything defense. Yeah, it's so good. And okay, attack. However much we scored them, those 8, hizo mabao 8 tuliwafunga, it wasn't that easy because we expected more. Tulikuwa tunaona ni tudogo hivi, but we never knew that wako na game. Yeah, and then they wakatufunga moja, in which hiyo ni defense ilikuwa imelala kidogo. Hey.
Okay, the France game, Emily, tell us about that. Clean sheet in that game.
Okay, I think I need to big up my teammates because it's a joint effort between me and them. Awa kilala, mi nisaidie, ama mi nikilala awa nanisaidia, but all through we had to maintain that because unaongea na defense yako game ikiendelea. You know where to tell them, hapa kuna shimo, funga hapa iko sawa, do this, try this. Yeah, ni ku-maintain too.
Sri Lanka and Egypt were 2 other wins. Just tell us about those 2 matches.
I think she can talk more about Sri Lanka because hiyo siku mimi nilikuwa bench.
Ongea juu ya Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, okay, they're the same na Nepal, ni tudogo hivyo. So when the time niliingia hapo kwa post, mimi nilikuwa nasema, these people hawatufungi bao yote, but when they started playing that game, oh God, those people are so fast, everything. So ukiwa goalkeeper, you have to talk to your defense. Yeah, so when we talked before the match began, and yeah, we played, but however hata kama they walitufunga mbele, we at least tried to score them. Zilikuwa ngapi?
8.
Yeah, 8.
The 6.
6-2. Yeah, 6-2. Yeah.
Okay. Egypt.
Wow.
You played them twice, but the first time they really gave you a hard time.
Exactly. I think those I don't know to call them kids or adults. They were just prepared. I think after the 2019 game, walirudi wakakaa chini wakajambia hapana, we need to do something, and they started training since then. So when they came prepared for Kenya, and I can say specifically for Kenya and India because we are the main competitors. So game ikianza, kulikuwa na tension. Everyone was tensed. You don't know what to expect. Ukiangalia huyu ametrain, na wakikuangalia umetrain, so you just have to kupimia game na kuipanga.
Kupimia game?
Unaipima. The first 5 minutes unapima. Waone venye huyu anacheza, ndio pia nyinyi mpange game yenu. Yeah.
Actually, the semis were also close. Poland.
Wow.
Umesema tu wow.
Wow. Hapo ndo unasikia unapigana na maisha. Ukiangalia hivi kocha ametoa macho. you know hapana ni kubaya. And especially personally nilishika hiyo game, I never expected nitafungwa. You know the moment unaona umetoa ball then inakufuata inaingia kwa post, you try to go for it and apparently with skates you can't jump that much. Sasa inabidi una psych team yako wase tumefungwa but we need to recover. And they were so tall. Na sisi sasa tuko tu hapa.
Sasa nyinyi ndo mlikuwa Sri Lanka hapo.
Hapo ndo tulikuwa Sri Lanka na Nepal.
One player alikuwa mrefu, Angel pekee alikuwa mrefu. The others.
So ideally, I mean, at the end of it all, a 5-0 win over Egypt. That is what won you this trophy that is here.
Yes.
What changed in the final, apart from the round robin format against Egypt?
Okay, me your game nilikuwa bench, but say a little bit.
You observed it because there is something you saw that.
Those girls, they were prepared to win that game. They wanted the cup because like the time they started playing that game, walianza na ile we have to score because the time wangetufunga bao hata moja, you know, they'll stick to that one goal, and now us wange defend your bao and us will be looking for that one goal so that we could be at least safe. But
it could be at the end of it all you win it and it's a third title. And looking at it, what were the lessons learned? If I start with you, Emily.
For me, I'd say it's a challenge to us. Since we've defended it for the first time, we need to do it continuously. Si ati tumepata then tuanze kuiachilia. And I'll post this a challenge to our officials. As you can see, ama ukienda social media utapata Egypt tayari wamerudi training. Na sisi bado kidogo tumelegea. So I think it's a challenge to them that as much as we've won the cup, we need to maintain the physical levels, we need to maintain everything. Do at least by the time we get to the next World Cup, we are ready, not just to take the cup, but both cups, both for the men and the ladies.
Actually, defending them is the big thing. Shamim, for anyone, because already having two teams, having a team sport, you pick it up and 3-4 years into it, you're a world champion. Mkito mkutano na Messi mnaweza enda. That is, it's at that level. For those who would like to get into the sport, what is it that you would like to tell them? Because they are seeing the gold medals that you have and say, hata mimi pengine na ningetaka. Tell them. Okay.
What I'll tell people is RollBall is a very sweet game, but you know watu wengi wagopa kuskate. Unaonaga mtu anasikia sema huyu ataanguka and sort things. But I'll tell you that RollBall is a very sweet game. It can take you very far. Yeah.
Yes. Literally. Career-wise
as waiting
and distance-wise. Right. For you, Emily, I want you to have this. What are the opportunities for RollBall players at the moment from what you have seen?
What I can say, opportunities are so many. Like, not just playing RollBall, but out here we can be a coach, you can be a referee, you can also work as, there's so many. Like, kuanza kuzistate, not only in Kenya, kuna wenye wameenda Qatar kufunza skating. So you can also take that up as a career and get money. Me as a person, saa zingine tunafanya flyer distribution huku around town. I think you've seen some skaters. Yeah, you can also earn through that. Yeah, ni mtu kujituma.
So there you've had it from the world champions in women's RollBall, Emily Amimo, and we've got Shamim Mudongi. So all the best. And we want to see more of these trophies coming up and the ecosystem growing. We'll be taking a short break, and when we come back, the men too won the world title. It's their first time to win it, and it was in what I would say was a very tense game. And coming on set will be Tyson Oyogo and Kevin Miner. Well, I've got to wonder, why is it that I was only given goalkeepers? Let them come and tell us, and they'll also introduce us to the gear and what everything is all about. These are the guards that they've got to have, and this is a helmet that they must have whenever they are on the court. They're coming up in just about 2 minutes.